along. I've got my hands full enough without gawkers.
My husband's still in the outer city with the few cows we have left. How am I going to tell him we have to give them up?
My herd are dairy goats. I bet they're going to slaughter them, the poor things.
What are you gonna do? Check on
You must agree, this is ludicrous. How are we meant to survive without our livelihoods?
Are they gonna pay us for the animals they take? Like elves they are!
You think you can do
Any
better?
thanks will be handled after you turn your animals over to the care of the Duke.
Still can't fathom that they hang folk in this city. Those gallows get more use than some temples. Every 10 day, I write into the Baldur's mouth about it, and every edition fails to mention it. Pathetic.
We have children. We need to be able to fight.
Not my concern.
Not like we can even turn around and the safety.
Don't distract me. It's all I can do to stay balanced. I stole a purse from the evidence room. It was stupid, and I swore to Blaze Portia I'd never do it again. Ever. I have to stand on one leg until she believes me. Thanks.
If you have a problem, speak to one of the other Fist. A rabid warg organised this inventory, judging by the mess they've left me.
Told you about 8 times now.
The thugs are getting bolder. My husband's been mugged twice this month, if you can believe it. You be safe out there. Can't trust a damn soul.
If you're here to report something, don't bother. The Fist don't give a damn.
I like your look. You've seen battle, shed some blood. Could show these softies here how it's done.
About time. The Manip assured me a builder would come around a 10-day ago, and hold it. You're not the builder, which means I've got no use for you. Hooligans at the Mermaid have been using my shutters for target practice. And that's not the half of it. I've had to replace the same window 3 times now, not to mention the mess they've made of my front door. Now either you learn to fix my broken shutters, or you wag your tongue elsewhere. Nothing but
To come here! Don't you remember?
Keep crime reports short. Do not waste our time with frivolous issues.
Of course not. Simply tell me why you're here.
I've had a lifetime's fill of watching little men buff themselves up with grand titles. I look forward to the day we show the Archduke that his tongue is not half so silvered as he thinks. we could, it would just be a very short one. We cannot expect either of the chosen to fall easily. But fall they must, if we're to have all 3 stones to command the brain. Still, if you see sense in making an alliance, I won't question it. I'll just look forward to the inevitable breaking Gortash spoke of. It would be irritatingly true to form, would it not? A Harper learns to doubt, to peer through every smile, question every look. Eventually, you find what it is you fear, whether it is there or not. When we cannot know, we can only trust. But then, that is exactly what a traitor in our midst would say, isn't it? I have. And while I do not love my conclusion, that does nothing to change it. The Harpers are the city's best information network. With them out of action, we shall have to fall back on second best. 9 Fingers Keen.
A name known and feared throughout the city's underworld. The mysterious Keen runs the guild, which in turn runs every criminal enterprise in the city.
Nor are we. But I trust she knows the value of collaboration, especially in times like these. How hospitable she will be to a Harper that comes begging to her guild hall, we will find out. Perhaps I will let you do the talking.
For the duration of the ongoing
For your own safety.
You really won't feel it. Nothing. Got on back.
Brace yourself. That felt great.
You're very welcome, sir.
What? It's not good to bottle things up.
Come to have a go. Give it your best shot.
An air of decay hangs over the stooped beggar's form. The smell of rot, the smell of death.
Gold first. Then you can hit me. Plenty. Lots of angry people in this city. No one else to take it out on. Go on. You seem like you've something pent up. So, you having a go or not? Then move. Let someone else have a go.
If people were publicly hanged in a proper city, never winter say, it'd be all over the broadsheets. A disgrace.
We've got no choice. We have to do what he says.
All that's allowed awaits her blessings with open arms. And we pity those.
Oh, gods. He's spouting a load of crap. Don't waste your time.
Listen and submit to the Mistress of Disease. Are these the lives that you wanted for yourself? A never-ending march of toil and suffering. The land is sick, and so are its people. We must cleanse these. Faerun's impotent godlings have failed to staunch.
And how do you suppose we do that?
We grasp the net. We embrace the cycle that has begun.
The Upside Tavern. I wonder if my old things are still there. They could be of use to you.
Talona? You want to let Talona loose in our city?
Poor sweat. You speak as if the Blade Throne is not already here, striding among us.
You two must submit to Lord Gortash if you are to be saved.
Lord Gortash is exactly what Baldur's Gate needs. I dread to think where we'd be without the Steel Watch.
The Steel Watchers are doing most of the good here, really. I'd love a gander at those schematics.
Gortash is the light bringer. Gortash will burn the Absolute to smoke and ashes.
I don't really agree with Lord Gortash's methods, but the man does get things done.
Only Lord Gortash has the strength to protect our city.
As the Absolute's forces stalk ever closer, take solace in his presence. And know, we will be protected. Something great.
Greetings, child of faith. Be welcome to the Stormshore Tabernacle. You have come far, I perceive. How may I serve you this day? Here, clerics may commune with their gods, and even hear their responses, if they are so favored. I am also granted the power to provide holy resurrection through sales of revivification scrolls. I am Vicar Humbletoes, guardian of the Stormshore Tabernacle. I keep the peace in this sacred place and guide those in need. Of course, my child. Within limits. Behold my wares.
I'm ready.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
There is work to do.
Divine protectors of Baldur's Gate, hear this humble plea. Shield our people from the depredations of the absolute heretics. Bless them with the strength to endure and the courage to resist. So may it be.
Ready and waiting. Well, certainly waiting.
Looking ahead.
What's next?
Watch your elders and learn.
No one's stopped me yet.
What am I to do? Seluna. Had life turned out differently, I might have been kneeling in prayer here.
feel the chill gaze of the Moon Maiden upon you. Selûne welcomes you. An inscription reads, "Let all who worship the changing tides of life and knowledge feel the blessings of Selûne. Trust in the purity of my light. See the constancy in its inconstancy, and you will be guided aright." As a moon-bathed cleric, this is your moment to bask in her lunar light and imbue your spirit with her majesty and grace.
Let's get going.
Bless them with the strength to endure and the courage to resist. So may it be.
Do such a good job.
Zenith, should you want the one true life? Are you Lord Gortash?
Gortash, an archduke. Saw him once at a distance. Looked like too much of a pipsqueak to fill those boots.
I would love to have seen Gortash's coronation, but I would have to have skipped the after feast. I'm on a strict diet.
You want the who's who and the what's what? Speak to Karis. She's always got the best goss. None of it's been wrong yet.
Now don't believe anything Kate over there tells you. She's an awful liar.
What do I think of Lord Gortash's still watch? Well, I am so glad you asked, Edward.
When I think about the poor refugees starving in Rivington, I could just weep. I believe I'll drown my tears in another brandy.
Tears balls. Just lost the best job I ever had. Easy work in the upper city. But you don't care. And why should you? Sorry I said anything.
Dee da dee dum dee dee. Bum bum bum. The Roses of Eliant. I may work for a hard-hearted rat fucker, but I still keep a song in me heart.
The service here is worse than ever. What do you have to do to get a drink around here?
It's clean through Stelmane's neck.
Guts are placed on the ground in the shape of the absolute smile.
I don't like giving you what other people have been picking at, but there's a whole chicken someone's only took an egg off. I wouldn't give you anything I wouldn't eat myself.
Can I have that, please, sir?
Of course. It's not much, but handing out leftovers is the least I can do with the absolute almost upon us.
This one's got a heart of gold. I don't know what we'd do without him.
My tummy hurts. I'm really hungry.
I used to be able to pay to eat at this tavern. Now look at me, begging for scraps at the back door.
Oh, sorry. I'm just waiting for some food. Then I'll get out of your way.
Take it up with 9 fingers. Use it when people complain. You don't want none of this. Trust me.
It's not what it looks like. I promise. I could pay half now and half tomorrow. 2/3 even.
The guard is busy with their patrol and has no time for idle chatter. Candle Hallow's tombstones, remembering the deceased with sympathy and skill. Candle Hallow's tombstones. Candle Hallow's tombstones.
And I'll give you 3 ounces.
But that's twice what you just said.
I'm doing you a favor. You don't
Reserve them now, or there won't be any left.
Please deposit supplies below. We'll carry them for you.
Halt, Civvy. Turn back. This is an active crime scene.
Hold on, Thornhill. I'm tired of standing here. Devella's been up there for ages. Some diversion would be welcome.
Constable Devella said she wasn't to be...
Investigator Valeria outranks her. As you were, Civvy. Fair warning, though. She's in a foul mood.
Pardon me, sir. You look prosperous. I'll bet you have someone who'd like a nice piece of jewelry at discount price for a good cause. Escape from Baldur's Gate for my husband and me. Lord Gortash wants Marek's head, so we have to get out. There's a smuggler's sloop leaving for Waterdeep with 2 berths left. But the captain wants a fortune for him. This necklace is all I have. I don't know what to say, except thank you. Thank you so much.
Another? Should I have another? For me to preserve me, I need the courage. No, sir. We abandoned our farm when the Absolute Army marched in. We used to sell our barley to the brewer who makes this very beer. That's all over now. Family's upstairs, exhausted. I'm Des Canshaw, with a wife, 2 kids, and another on the way. Oldest boy, Corson. He means well, but he eats as much as the rest of us put together. I have to find him a place here. A fancy feller called Three-Piece wants to place Corson as a cleaner in the counting house. But I don't trust him. Maybe I should just join the Flaming Fist and take the signing bonus. What else can I do? Ah, that's a solid tip. Could work out for a gentle kid like Corson. Thanks, stranger. You've helped settle my mind. Thanks are all I have to offer, though. Mail meter bleed for you.
Well, well, look what the bugbear dragged in. Can't believe we both made it to the city, and with our limbs attached. We did, didn't we? Never thought I'd begrudge being alive. Alas, I've got nothing in my pockets but lint and disappointment. How are you both humble and attractive? It's just not fair, nor will my honor allow it. So how about this? Alan puts swill in the bottles, but I know where he keeps the good stuff. Here. You saw nothing. You heard nothing. I need to get back to work before Alan throws a fit, but stick around. You brighten the place up. Heading to the roof. Sort your own drinks in the meantime.
See Alan at the bar for drinks. I'm busier than a 2-pecker go.
So I spat in his last one.
Are those pickle trotters ready yet?
That puffed up parvenu, Gortash, an archduke. However did they find a crown big enough for his head?
An archduke?
Archduke? Lord Gortash is a trifle young for that, don't you think? Not that anyone cares what you think, or me for that matter.
You talk about the honor of your order, but what about my honor? I made a deal.
Stug, if you want to join the Vigilant Knights, you have to quit beating people up.
My sister Gerva has talked me into joining her Holy Helm Order, and I got a job to finish first.
Breaking the knees of debtors for the guild isn't honest work, and you know it. That's why you're giving it up.
But I already took the money for it from Uktar, so I gotta follow through. It's like an oath or something. And I know you understand oaths, Gerva.
What am I going to tell the Vigilant Knights, Doug? That you're knee-breaking for goodness? You know that's right, Stug. If Uktar sends someone after you, I'll back you up. And so will the rest of the knights.
You say that now, but you haven't met Uktar's enforcer, Elliot. No, you're right. I'm sick of the whole business. If Elliot comes looking for me, we'll find a way to deal with him.
Just between us, I don't believe everything I hear from Archduke Gortash. He's entirely too slick to be trustworthy.
If it were up to me, I'd replace all the flaming fists with steel watches. At least the big teapots don't make lewd suggestions when you pass by. They smell better too.
As far as I'm concerned, Lord Gortash gets the benefit of the doubt. Until he does something obviously wrong, he's got my support. We can't afford to be squabbling with the Absolute crawling up our asses.
I've been thinking about it. No, I feel bad about all them refugees, but we just can't let them flood into the city. We'd be overwhelmed. In fact, that's probably the Absolute Army's plan.
Timora's tonsils. I'm even busier than before.
I sure wouldn't want to be one of the flaming fists. They got the shittiest job in town. Believe me, I know something about knocking heads together.
From one warrior to another, I must say, it's just embarrassing the way the Flaming Fist lets this murderer go around killing people and getting away with it. You don't need subtlety to sort these matters out, just persistence. That's what I told Commander Portier, anyway. I'd start a special crime unit. A half-dozen hard cases. Grab some likely losers in the back alleys and beat on them until we got some answers. Commander Portier says she already has some investigators she trusts. Soft-talking namby-pambies, I'd wager. When they fail, and they will, count on it. She knows where to find Dame Gizarm. Then, it'll be my turn.
Hello, old friend. Oh, so I assume I used to know everybody around town, but now I'm a new man. A worried man, a playwright who lost the will to write. Now I worry no more. Can't write a word? What does it matter?
City's got noisy. Refugees everywhere.
Good. Once Gortash clears of cultists.
Welcome, traveller. Remember, this ain't the blushing mermaid, it's the elf song. So behave yourself. That's right. And a lonely job it is too. When you're the muscle, no one thinks about your heart. Very funny. Go on inside, they're looking for comedians.
Why did we need an archduke? Wasn't a grand duke enough?
Belly up to the bar. We have mead, beer, and wine. Gold won't quench your thirst. Get yourself a mug of joy. Are you funny enough to cause a laugh riot? Come on in and challenge the house comedian.
Get ready! I hear this guy is really good. My buddy Roanoke almost pissed himself laughing.
This dwarf in the audience matches the description of that serial killer. He bears watching.
What in the hell's are you staring at? I got spinach in my teeth. Isn't it? Got it at Carmen's, if you must know. Now, button it, I want to hear this guy.
Snappy dresser, that Willoughby. Though he should lose the monocle.
Look away. Act like you don't know me. Come on, be a pal.
I am hopeful that we shall be thoroughly entertained. I hear this fellow is monstrously droll.
Welcome to the Elf Song Traveller Tavern. No, wait. That's backwards. Anyway, my dad tells the jokes here. Sometimes they're funny.
Hey, smart stuff. I'm Willoughby, the comedian. And we got a little contest here called the Laugh Riot. You want to play along? It's all about the Boffo-Yoks. We see who can tell the funniest stories, and the winner gets the prize. Great! I'll go first to show you how it's done, and then you can see if you can top me. Hello, Baldurians! You know, I wouldn't be here tonight, except my wife ran off with a cambium. That's right, I got fiend zone. We used to have a drow comedian. I had to ask her to stop casting Tasha's hideous laughter on the audience. Then I asked her how many drow it takes to light a torch, and she said, none. We have dark vision. So I killed her.
The Elf Song patrons think that one's funny. There may be hope for you yet.
Your turn, smart stuff. Knock 'em dead, but not literally. Got me? Got me with an ancient jest that's older than I am. Win or lose, I'm stealing that one. Pig jokes are never wrong. Well done.
Cheers, whistles, and applause. You're almost shocked.
Yeah, you're hilarious. Now get out of here before I lose my job. You know why it isn't wrong to fart in a Stormshore tabernacle?
Haha, for once Dad lost. Maybe he can retire some of those jokes now. Though I do like the one about killing the drow.
Now that was funny. I needed a good laugh. Grim times, a stranger.
Rather dull today. Des was... You're not really listening to this clown, are you? The lights are much more interesting.
You look closely at the young woman. Dilated pupils and palpitations. She's a silk root abuser.
Don't get all high and mighty with me. I hear the potions jingling in your pack. Don't talk to me.
Closest to a rag it's ever been.
I say, this Willoughby person has a smashing monocle. What?
Mage hand is a cantrip.
This guy was funny the other night. Of course, I had more to drink then.
Table 14 want their eggs now.
Drink up, Blas. We're celebrating. If you won't drink with me, I bet this stranger will. Right, stranger? I'm Clovia Throaks. Pleased to meet you. Our son Gaspar has finally found himself a proper job.
Aye, security at the Steel Watch Foundry. But I still wish he'd taken up the family business.
Now, Blas, you know Gaspar never had the patience for all the stitching a tailor has to do. Sewing rabbit skin cloaks? Well, that's all right for some, I guess, but not for our Gaspar.
No, our Gaspar preferred hanging around the guild hall. I was afraid he was going to end up as a guild bone breaker.
Good thing I introduced him to darling Tamia Host. She straightened Gaspar out, found him a place in the foundry.
I'd promote him from rat catcher, full partner.
No, Blas, I've been trying to tell you something all night. I'm leaving you. I'm starting a new life with Tamia. I'm going to sell the business. And the money we used to start it was mine in the first place. I'm afraid that's it. For throats, for cloaks. Oh, dear. The bottle's empty. Let's have another and talk about it.
I think I need to take a walk. In a minute.
Gortash, Archduke of Baldur's Gate. I hear he's moved into the penthouse at Worm's Rock. That place must cost a fortune. Per diem.
A new Archduke? Fancy. Never had one of them before.
Aye, aye. Pull up a seat. If you can find one spare, that is. With all this talk of war, what else are folk to do but drink? I reckon the murder we'd had something to do with it too. Got punters all intrigued. On that morbid note, what can I get your fine self? Going to make this place famous, I reckon. Victim is a bloody duke. Boleyn Stelmane. Well, she was a duke. Now she's just bloody. I reckon I'll be able to charge double for that room once the constable's done with it. Murders and ghosts are always grand for business. At least, I hope. I tell you what, the murder upstairs has brought some punters, but it's also really spooked folk out of renting rooms. If we get you staying up there, perhaps folk will calm down and realise there's naught to worry about. You can have the whole upstairs floor until this killer thing blows over. The city always wins. There's always some hero that saves the day. That's the way things work. Top floor's all yours. If it gets a bit too noisy at night, well, don't sleep above a pub.
Damn rats. Oi, you! I thought I asked you to clean the rats out of this cellar yesterday already. Hop to it. Get in there. No, I need them rats taken care of. Here's the deal. I'll keep a lookout for murderers. You murder the rats. Time for playing with cats, especially lazy lumps that won't.
What's the story?
Hello, servant ape. Would you kill those rats, please? Their presence vexes me.
Man, never quiet.
Rovia burned the bullier base again, and now I have to scrub the pot. Some chef he is.
What a charmer.
The cellars are just down the stairs. There, you'll find my old lodgings.
Look, Tambourine. A servant comes to help us. Kill those rats, would you? When they're dead, the other servants will feed us.
These things have stayed interesting.
I don't blame you, but I will if you won't have some of the leek soup. It looks like I'll be making for
Watch this!
Time to push my luck again. Blood follows me everywhere.
Got to focus. Let me strike true.
Always comes to this.
Where do I go from here?
Talk to me.
What must be done?
You're getting close. The wine cellar. There's a hidden door that leads further in. The mechanism to open it is somewhere among the wine racks.
Always nice to be wanted.
Nothing hurts anymore. The psionic detector's been activated. There must be Gith hostiles nearby.
Blackhead has found us. Get rid of them, quickly!
curious. Seems simple enough.
Took a life, now yours will be taken in turn. A fair exchange, perhaps.
Dum-de-dum. Need to learn the hard way.
For the Queen! Non quiere. Et allez!
catching up.
Take two. Let me see your wounds.
Gods, it's hot in here.
Bye forever, pal.
Blackhair is relentless. You handled it well. Let us hope she exhausts her forces.
A welcome rest.